Caesar.
Yeah, I mean, I have obviously we now mentioned Senate, and I don't want to forget to ask you this. Obviously, there is a story in 509 BC. There was overthrow of monarchy and creation of Senate, but I've read that story is disputed, as you know. There's a lot of myth to it. How do you think? What's your take on creation of the Roman Republic?
Well, it clearly happened around about that time. Something happened at that stage where
Yes.
the Rome became a different system, and from then on, they're naming the years by the two consuls. The Romans don't start writing history down until after they've defeated Hannibal. So that's 300 years later, just slightly over. So how much do you remember? You know, people have passed down. There are songs within the noble families celebrating their deeds. There are traditions. There are stories. You do wonder how much the Romans really knew about what had happened that long ago. You suspect it's a mixture. Some of those traditions, some of those what are now seem like myths, probably have a basis of some truth in them. And people like the ones, but they've been added to. On the other hand, you know, the Greek historian Polybius, who's in Rome in the 2nd century BC, claimed to have seen a treaty made with Carthage within a few years of the Republic being founded, and that there was still the document. So the Romans do keep some records, even from early on, and they keep lots of records about property. And some of their laws, it's not quite clear when those are written down. You know, bear in mind, 509, it's the same sort of time that the Athenians are, with Cleisthenes, are creating their democratic form of government. So, you know, we sometimes, because we don't know so much about the Romans and the sources are different, we forget what's going on in the wider world. There seems to be a move at that time in Greece, in a lot of the islands, and in Italy, away from monarchies towards elected officials in your system, a sort of aristocratic form of government. How it then develops into the Roman Republic that we can start to understand and study, which really isn't till the 2nd century BC and to some extent the 1st, and how many of the traditions of, you know, when the patricians and plebeians argue with each other, when the tribunes of the plebs are created, you know, the plebs go on strike, all these sorts of disputes, things like that probably happened, but whether they quite happen in the way the stories are preserved, you suspect, again, it's a mixture. Some of it's probably near enough right, and then some of it's just romantic embellishment.
We stay genuine, uncensored, and unscripted, and we always will, as we have to order our usual. Share us and subscribe us, and stay tuned until the next Wednesday.